Hey, what's going on, guys? Brett Roach again here today with another video. Today's going to be a little bit something special because what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you one of the tracks off an album that I wrote and put out back in January for Sweet Dreams Irene. I recorded the whole album myself. I did have a couple, featured artists on there, but other than that, I really wanted to show you guys how I got this really heavy metal bass clank bass guitar sound. And I'm going to be showing you that today. And stick around and I will give you the presets and the tone absolutely free of charge, and you can use it in Logic Pro X. Now this will be down in the description for you to download absolutely free. All I ask is to hit the like and subscribe button, and so I can keep doing videos like this. So let's go ahead and dive in here. There's a couple things you're going to need, but you can basically make this tone with any Logic Pro X stock plugins. The couple things you will need are Pod Farm 2 and JST Sub Destroyer for the sub bass portion here of the guitar tone. Now, I wrote this song entirely with real bass guitar, but then I ended up transferring that audio to MIDI and using this tone instead because I really liked this tone and fit the song a lot better. So this is actually the stock picked bass guitar MIDI VST in Logic Pro X. So what you're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just create a new file here. Create new software instrument, and you're going to come over here, go to bass guitar, and click picked bass. Okay, and then I gave you instructions on the tone, how to load it into your Logic Pro presets. So when you come over here, you can just come down the list and click on it, and that'll be available to you. So I don't have it saved on here on my own, but yeah, it's in the folder. So anyways, this is what you'll get when you load up the preset here. You'll get the picked bass guitar, and then, well, you have to load up the picked bass guitar, and then when you load up the preset, you'll get Pod Farm 2 here. And I believe for this tone, you do have to have the Metal Bass Expansion Pack, the add-on, so you'll have to purchase that as well. But it has all the settings for this tone. You got the blue compressor, the screamer, the Brit Invader, the big boy amp cab, and then I added an overdrive pedal after that. Bit of EQ. And then we added just a stock Logic EQ. Cut some of those low to mid frequencies and a lot of that high end here. And I just added a Waves Renaissance Axe compressor. And that was feeding into our bass bus, which I have running JST Joule 1 a sec bass bus glue. So you can see the bottom here, how I have that set. The top. And I did create, I did take screenshots for these plugins in case you had something similar. Waves L1 limiter. In case you had something similar, that you wanted to use and you didn't have these plugins. But for the presets, you will have to have the plugins. Okay, and then we have the sub bass here, which I just used Sub Destroyer, JST Sub Destroyer, and then just a stock Logic compressor and a stock Logic EQ. This EQ, there wasn't any EQing going on here. I just used this to gain stage the sub bass here. As you can see, we got it sitting at negative 11.5 for the track for the mix. So I'm going to go ahead and solo out this picked bass guitar real quick so you can just hear how the tone sounds, and then let's actually let's go just a stereo output and turn these off real quick so you can see how this bass tone sounds by itself. And then with guitars, okay, and I know the guitars probably sound like shit right now. That's because I had the old version of Fab Filter's Pro Q2 on there, which I've since upgraded, but this track I haven't upgraded it for this track. So back to the bass tone. Let's see here. Okay, so we got this. This is the bass tone. Now we add the sub bass underneath it here. Oh, and you know what? I should probably just set this as the stereo output as well right now, just so we're not getting confused. So with sub bass, without sub bass. And I don't know if you can hear that difference, but you might have to have your monitors on for your studio monitors, or maybe a pair of headphones to kind of hear that sub bass. All right, so that's the tone right there. Well, that's part of the tone. The other way I shaped this tone was through the bus. So once I sent these out through the bus, let's just find our bass bus here. Yeah, so once I sent these out through the bus, this is what you get. Again, without sub bass. All right, now we're going to bring in the guitars. Okay. All right. So I really like that bass tone. I don't know about you guys. Again, before the bus, and then with the bass bus. So yeah, that's how I did the bass tone for my song Polarity off of Sweet Dreams Irene album I released back in January. So again, if you guys want that, that is available to you for free in the description down below. Go snag it absolutely free. All I ask is that you hit the like and subscribe button. Real quick, I just wanted to show you guys the folder here that you can download. So you're gonna see here, you're gonna pull up, you're gonna see the tone and the bus folder. For the tone, this is gonna be for the overall guitar tone. So you got here the Pod Farm preset, a set of instructions on what the tone includes here, and where to save the presets on the channel strips inside Logic Pro. Sub bass here for the sub bass tone, instructions on how to make that, and the plugins you will need. And this will be the right here, the Pod Farm 2 and JST Sub Destroyer is what you're going to need for the tone. Then I got the channel preset here for the bass and the sub bass, and a screenshot of the Waves Renaissance Axe compressor that's on the preset. For the bus, we got the bus channel strip preset, a set of instructions for that, and a couple screenshots here for the preset. Let's go pick that up. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next video.